I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
Yes! This is what. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you.
Who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals. They may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of The Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you joined us here on The Take on this Thursday, special Thursday, January 24th, 2025. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, let's get to the big story. The big story this week is, yes, hip-hop stars under fire for attending the Trump inauguration. Many of them getting the brunt of everything, including rappers such as Snoop Dogg, Nelly, and others. They facing backlash for some people believing that they voted for the Trump. Well, let's start with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg said this prior when Trump was being outgoing as president, at least 2020. And take a look what Snoop Dogg said then.
Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo ass niggas gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast the fuck out one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas for doing it. Which one of you niggas gonna do it first? I's the one that performs for himself.
Okay, now we fast forward 4 years now, and look what Snoop Dogg doing.
The Drake is that dope, ready to make an entrance, so back on up. Cause you know we about to crack shit up. Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, man, you know you in trouble. Cause anytime gonna keep that. We shoot most down, make it so crazy. And Death Row is the label that we run fadeable, so please don't try to fake this. But I'm back to the lecture and pain. What's up, yo? Perfection is perfected, so I'm letting them understand. From a young G's perspective, and before we give it up,
now, Snoop Dogg has not released a press statement on why he did what he did, but some people are saying Snoop Dogg doing it for his youth foundation, and he's saying he's doing it for the money. Snoop Dogg ain't gonna make no jokes about it. He's doing it for the money. Well, at least Snoop be honest with that, but little people are still roasting him as they go. And then Snoop and Trump's, that complicated relationship. Remember this from the roast?
President and move on into the White House. Why not? It wouldn't be the first time you pushed a black family out of their home. Donald say he wants to.
Yeah, Snoop and Donald Trump had that roast, and I guess they have their ups and downs in a relationship like that. So who knows what's going on with that? Now we get to Nelly. Rapper Nelly also facing severe backlash as well. Rapper Nelly appeared on Willie D's podcast this weekend and explained why he went to the ball. Take a look. Yeah, Nelly said that he respects the office of president. That's why he went. But a lot of people are side Nelly saying that, hey, just say you just doing it for the money, which he is. but Nelly ain't trying to make admit to it. But Nelly also faces severe backlash as well as his wife, singer Ashanti. A lot of people feel like that they're going a different direction. If you're sleeping with Nelly as his wife, you must agree with the pillow talk situation as well with Nelly on what's going on. Nelly receiving backlash. You never know what Nelly. A lot of people are saying Nelly's having a concert and they want them to boycott the concerts, Nelly's upcoming concerts. He's supposed to have one coming up in Birmingham sometime this fall. And a lot of people may go, may not go, depending on ticket sales. And then we go to Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy said this. Well, Soulja Boy being upfront with you, and he making it clear, making it loud and point that, hey, he's going to do what he wants to do. And that's Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy, we ain't surprised. We can expect that from Soulja Boy on that situation. And Rick Ross and a whole list of others. But we can't forget Chrisette Michele. She performed during the first Trump inauguration. She's a great singer, a great phenomenal singer. She had that song. I forgot that song, but she had that, and look at it now. She's still facing backlash for attending Trump. And I think that teaches us a lesson, like a lot of these black celebrities, black entertainers, we don't need, and plus to Carrie Underwood too, who, you know, yeah, what it is. But Carrie Underwood taking backlash as well. But, you know, she's white. So, you know, you can expect that from her. But a lot of these celebrities really got to really, that's why I say I'm not a big fan of celebrities trying to get involved into politics, because you may be on one side, then that side may like you, and then you saying, oh, I'm this side, they might alienate you and stuff like that. So you gotta also think about stuff like that. Like Taylor Swift, since she says she's a Democrat, she might have Republican fan bases and stuff, and they might say, you know what, screw Taylor Swift, I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go to the next Taylor Swift. That happens. It happens indeed. So a lot of these black celebrities, these rappers, they rap about Trump. They talk about Trump. You know, prior before Trump became president, we knew it was happening, but we just didn't know it was going to get so blown up out of proportion like that. So it happens like that. And the bees like that. So, hey, you know how they go. All right. In other celebrity news, entrepreneur, Tesla owner, Eli Musk, I call him Nikolai Musk, I was about to say, getting attention for this.
For making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
What is going on with Elon Musk for real? What is really going on? He's doing that Nazi salute. Elon Musk doing that. Wow. We kind of knew it was a lot going on with white power, but he's from South Africa. He knows better, and come on, man. Come on. That's just too far. A lot of people are raising concerns about that and thinking that Elon is out for business for himself. A lot of people need to really watch and look at the reactions of people, what they had to say about this. Yes, a lot of people from talking heads from all across the political outlets saying that Elon Musk might be subliminal, the R word. So he got to really watch his back. I tell you that right now. Elon Musk becoming a menace to society in one way or another. All right, in celebrity news, Aaron Pierce, the actor who stars in the Lion King prequel, graces the cover of GQ Hype. This is the cover right here. A lot of these girls are still swooning about Aaron Pierce, about him doing that spirit wall on the Jennifer Hudson show, where Aaron Pierce getting his just due as the most handsomest actor in the world today. And a lot of people are swooning to Aaron Pierce about his good looks and stuff. And he graces the cover of GQ Hype. I guess Aaron Pierce is that. All right, on talk shows, we continue our coverage of Trump's inauguration. We continue with the president's friends on Fox and Friends. Well, the talking heads on that show saw the bishop told Trump like it is right here.
Party and members of Congress and whatnot the hoi polloi of Washington for the most part, went up to Washington's National Cathedral for a national prayer event. And there at the lectern was Bishop Marianne Edgar Bood, and she gave a sermon that, it's described as a sermon, but really it was a lecture where she told the new president, go easy on migrants and refugees and members of the LGBTQ community. If you missed it, it's gotten a lot of support in some quarters and a lot of criticism. Here she is.
I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work
given up trying to speak to Trump and said that he needed to be replaced. So,
look at the children. There's children there, too, that are hearing this message.
Well, here's the thing. The president's team should have known that she could have said things that were inappropriate or, stuff that they didn't need to hear or was not appropriate.
Just Google her.
That's all they would have to do. But instead, they put him in that position where he's in the front row.
Why was she selected? She's
the bishop,
the rector of
that bishop of that particular national cathedral. Here she is last night on CNN explaining what she wanted to do.
I was speaking to the president because I felt that he has this moment now where he feels charged and empowered to do what he feels called to do. And I wanted to say, there is room for mercy. There's room for a broader compassion. We don't need to portray with a broad cloth in the harshest of terms some of the most vulnerable people in our society.
So Trump wants an apology, and he made that clear. He said the so-called bishop who spoke at the National Prayer Service on Tuesday morning was a radical left hardline Trump hater. She brought her church into the world of politics in a very ungracious way. She was nasty in tone and not compelling or smart. She failed to mention the large number of illegal immigrants that came into our country and killed people. Many were deposited from jails and mental institutions. It's a giant crime wave that is taking part in the USA. Apart from her inappropriate statements, the service was very boring and uninspiring. She is not very good at her job. She and her church owe the public an apology. You got this historic moment, and she decides to give a lecture. A self-important person who probably had AOC jot some notes down before.
You know what? I mean, she has every right to her opinion. We all have an opinion on this issue.
Right.
But I don't like it when ministers bring politics into the pulpit and try to lecture you. So I agree with you. Maybe pull him aside after the service and say, Mr. President, may I talk to you for a little bit? There's something in my community that bothers me that I need to tell you about. And just have an adult conversation, but do it privately, because now everyone's talking about this.
The issue that she's asking for mercy on when it comes to the border, did you go and speak to any of the families that were killed by illegals? How about coming into New York and talk to the cops that had fire shot at them? Did you ask for mercy for the cops? I mean, that's why you don't get involved in this. If she could have said, let's bring the country together.
All right. The bishop, we don't know who this lady is. She told the president he needs to have mercy on immigrants in the alphabet community. And Trump wasn't hearing it. You can tell right here, Trump looking at her like she needs to apologize, in which he was trying to do that, trying to get her to apologize, and she wouldn't budge, and she saying no. And this is what the Fox and Friends crew had to say again. You know what? Let it go. This woman tried to get on the pulpit and let it be known she ain't a fan of President Trump's recent decisions. He already signed so many executive orders. You can see right here, the list goes on and on, how many executive orders affect different genders, different races, different creeds, different mottos, different amendments. You think the president care? No. He's just getting started. He said he got him, and he got his people that, especially those January 6th riders, he got them. He told them front up, he was going to pardon them and get them freedom. And I guess that's what happened. They're getting freedom like they already chaos and destruction about to begin once again. Well, we'll see how that's going to go and how this is going to go down. Speaking of that didn't stop there on Fox and Friends. Jesse Wallace, who do Wallace's World on Fox and Friends, decided to bring in the hoaxer, Hulk Hogan, talking about everything. He was rambling for another minute and doing his Hulkamania stick. Take a look. Yes, Hulk Hogan, who known, even in WWE, they ain't buying it. The WWE fans ain't buying it. It's like the WWE fans are woke. They ain't buying it one bit, and the WWE fan let Hulk Hogan know what they thought of him. I think if Hulk Hogan was that as a babyface down in the 80s now, he would have got booed now very then. But that happens when things happen, when you try to decide to go for business for yourself. All right, we'll be back with more Take. Don't go anywhere. This is the Take here on Connect TV. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Take. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. We're back on the Take on this Thursday, January 24, 2025. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Take here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is king. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right, we get to the political rundown. On the political rundown this week, we continue our coverage of the Trump inauguration once again. Let's look at highlights of Donald Trump's big day. He had a long, busy day, and he said some crazy like he normally do. Take a look.
TikTok is back.
Within hours of being sworn in, President Donald Trump swooped in to save TikTok from a national ban. But his executive order merely restarts the countdown. TikTok has 73 days to avoid another shutdown.
I have the right to either sell it or close it, and we'll make that determination.
Tuesday, the president told reporters he's met with top leaders from TikTok and is optimistic China could approve his offer. The offer, give the U.S. 50% control of TikTok so he can find an American buyer, or they'll face tariffs.
The United States will make it very worthwhile for them.
The president calls his offer a joint venture, but Democrats on Capitol Hill say they're still hazy on exactly what that could mean for TikTok users and national security.
I'm not aware of what the specifics are that the administration is talking about. I don't think any Republicans are.
China has signaled an openness to a deal, and President Trump says he's open to allowing tech billionaire Elon Musk to buy the app.
Would you have any objections to someone like Elon Musk purchasing TikTok?
The only objection I would have is an entity that is subject to the control of Beijing.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley says his top concern remains national security.
That is the sole criterion. That's the only criterion in the law.
Because of U.S. anti-monopoly laws. Hawley doubts tech giants like Meta or Google are eligible to buy TikTok. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
So this is a big one.
President Donald Trump signed a slew of executive actions at the White House, including pardons for people convicted of nonviolent offenses related to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
These are the hostages, approximately 1,500 for a pardon.
President Trump also declared a national emergency at the U.S.-Mexico border and ended electrical vehicle mandates passed by the Biden administration.
Drill, baby, drill.
President Trump's actions will also stop the federal government from using diversity initiatives.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Both Congress and the courts can potentially block a president's executive orders. Democrats are likely to oppose much of President Trump's actions, while Republicans are ready to turn them into legislation.
These are things that we need to get to work on very quickly.
Michigan Congressman Tom Barrett says the Republican-controlled Congress should easily deliver on President Trump's immigration policies. But Indiana Congressman Rudy Yakam says another promise may be more difficult, allowing more time for the sale of TikTok.
There are very serious concerns about the Chinese Communist Party and what they do to this country through the use of TikTok. But at the same time, the president's a master negotiator.
Many Republicans supported the law former President Joe Biden signed that required the sale of TikTok. In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
Yes, Donald Trump went from meeting with the Bidens, then getting inaugurated, then saying the craziest speech once again, then signing away documents, and then going to all these places. Donald Trump really had a really busy Monday for him being inaugurated once again as president. And we'll see if he won't hit those nukes again. We'll see on that with Donald Trump. But like I said, people don't realize Donald Trump is, to the media, he gives us more, he feeds us more and stuff. So you gotta realize all the antics, all the stuff that he doing it for a reason. So you gotta look at it like that. All right, on Newsies, singer-songwriter Chris Brown sues Warner Brothers for the biopic about him, what the ID channel did about him. Like I said, Chris Brown, the history of violence, Chris Brown with women, talk about his relationships and details and everything. I saw the documentary. It gave a detail on everything Chris Brown did, his loves of his lives, of him doing the DV situation, which is kind of accounted for in which he did. So Chris Brown suing for $500 million when actually for defamation, when the records showed that what you did and what you did and what you did. So kind of don't add up and a lot of make sense on that. All right? Come on, Chris. Come on. Think about it. Just a biopic. And then it just came and went. And I think he still feel like that's still like damaging his reputation. Your reputation been damaged, man. Your reputation has been damaged. I'm telling you. All right. On the viral video of the week. We go to another person. Kim Kardashian, the socialite turned actress turned business person, businesswoman, you name it, Kim Kardashian has done it. But Kim Kardashian getting a lot of face backlash as well after she liked a post of Melania Trump with the Vogue hairstyle, which I mean it was she stood out. Melania Trump stood out. You see right in these pictures, she stood out. She stood out as now being the first lady once again. Melania Trump stood out, and a lot of people are showing backlash to Kim Kardashian. Here's what you people had to say right here. Yeah, you people did not hold back one bit on Melania, on Kim Kardashian, saying that she voted for Trump. She secretly voted for Trump because the proof is in the pudding with her vote, her liking and showcasing images of Melania. What's going on with that? Kim Kardashian, the rappers getting backlash. Kim Kardashian. If you're just a Republican, just say you're a Republican. Let's call it a day. It just, you own it and you standing in it. So come on. Let's figure out what's your next move. You know what I'm saying? All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of The Take. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, saying so long. We'll see you again for another edition of The Take. See you later.